such sights to show you.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Devil Made Me View It, a horror podcast. I'm Jesse Spitzer.
I'm J.R. Lees.
And today we are with a very special guest. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Danielle Feenstra, and I am the boss of these two, so they have to be nice to me.
Yeah,
Legally, we were obligated to have,
Yes.
First guest brave enough to actually show their face, so kudos to that.
The clown was Garrett's actual face.
Oh, right.
Where's the other face to work? It's kind of like a cleaner, a cleanser.
Well, I'm afraid that if you had Garrett's real face on here, you might scare too many people off.
That's true. It's very true.
It's a walking FCC violation.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be talking about American Psycho, which is a movie Dani brought to us. Obviously, we had seen it before, but great movie. Love this movie, and there's always a million things to talk about. So, yeah. Dani, you want to give like a short little...
It's right there.
It's a beautiful poster. You want to give like a synopsis of kind of a basic... for anyone who hasn't seen this movie or heard of it?
So Jason has been on and off trying to get me to do this, and he knows that I do not like horror films. And I said, I don't know what I would say anyway, because I'm very superficial when I watch a movie. And he goes, American Psycho. And I'm like, well, I have seen that one. And so anyway, I was like, okay, I could do that one because it's more psychological than the jump scare horror that I'm not a big fan of. And so that's kind of how I got brought into this. And it's a crazy movie, and we'll get into more of that. But it's just, no matter how many times you watch that movie, it still doesn't make sense. You don't know what's real and what's not in this guy's head. So it was kind of Jason's gentle pushing.
In my defense, I was calling you an American Psycho. I wasn't suggesting it, but either way, it worked out. Jesse, when did you first come across this one?
Oh, I must have seen it when I was really young. This has got to be another movie my mom loves, I'm sure. I didn't watch it like critically or with any kind of like actual memory of it until college. And I remember I liked it at first because it was kind of like this, like, you know, it's American Psycho. It's like a big classic movie. So I kind of went into it being like, oh, this is a good movie. Didn't really think too much of it. Then I watched it a few more times and I hated it for like a long while because I was so confused by it. And then eventually I realized, oh, it's like, you don't really have to know. You don't need the answers to enjoy this movie because the answers are just not there. I don't think there is like a clean interpretation of this movie that is completely satisfactory.
That's the trick, I think, is they're not supposed to be an answer. Everyone's trying to find the way out of the maze, and there's no way out of it. It is just a big circle over and over. Dani, did you see this in the theater or like on video or TV?
It was all thanks to you, Jason. You lent me your DVD.
This is true. I thought you saw it before that, but no,
Nope, I had not. I had heard about it.
Oh.
I mean, obviously it's a classic, and it's something that's referenced a lot amongst people, but I had never seen it. And Jason, he's like, well, I think I might have a DVD copy of it. So anyway, he brought it in. So, and so then it was kind of like, it was great. I mean, I love the whole psychological part of it. And of course, there is horror in it because there's, he goes on his little spree. But for me, it's like it's leading up to it. You never actually see it being done. And then the next part is, you see the person dead or bleeding, I mean, stuff like that. So,
yeah, this is watching it the other day for this podcast. I didn't realize how it's very similar to Texas Chainsaw in that it doesn't show that much, but like I remember seeing, like,
oh yeah.
I remember it looking worse, in the past, but it really, there is not too much graphic stuff in this movie.
No, I mean, they do a great job of letting your mind run away with how he carried out, his murders for the most part. Mm-hmm. I think the only time you really see anything is like when he shoots people.
Yeah. Yeah.
when he's shot. But I mean, when he when he gets into all of his other acts, you never actually see it actually happening.
Mm-hmm.
I was sure we saw Jared Leto's head like just split open, and then I was watching it the other night. I'm like, no, it's entirely shot reverse shot. I was so sure that maybe I just wished I saw his head split open. It's more about me than anything else. I knew about this one when the book came out. I think I had Entertainment Weekly subscription back then. And it was talking about how it was banned and then how the publisher had canned it and canceled the contract and all this kind of stuff. So I was kind of following, and I had the book back then, and I didn't get it. I was still in high school, so I was a little kid. Oh, dirty parts and like, oh, this is a violent part, and I didn't get it. So I kind of didn't like it. And then I went back and I saw the movie, and I wasn't looking forward to seeing it. For what like this the book has a bad taste in it. So then I watched the movie going, oh yeah, they don't get the book. This isn't serious. Read the book again later on, going, oh no, I was dumb. The book is a satire. I didn't get satire until like 10 minutes ago. So it's making fun of the 80s and cocaine and hippie culture and Wall Street. I of course knew none of that stuff surrounded by cornfields. And now I watch and I think it's hilarious. And it's not like I laugh at the highbrow of it. It's really funny when Willem Dafoe shows up and he just goes in the same scene from being your best friend to the enemy. Like you watch him, those mood swings between shot to shot. You have no idea, because the idea is that Christian Bale has no idea what he's doing, where he's coming from.
Yeah,
and it's just it's so fun to go. Is his head gonna explode? Yeah.
I believe that they like shot it that way purposefully, where like they had every take Willem Dafoe, where like, okay, now this time when you do this scene, you 100% think that Batman. Close.
This is just an audition tape for Batman Begins. You're right.
Right. That he's guilty, and then the next take, they're like, okay, now I want him to act like he's your best friend, And then when they cut it, in editing, they kind of go from one take to another. So yeah, it really is like very unsettling. It's like I don't know what this guy is thinking.
It is the only time in the whole movie that Bale has emotions. It looks like. I mean, even when he's like yelling and it's like an energy, like a workout thing. But the scenes with the detective, he looks so nervous, And I didn't catch this last time. When after being interrogated, he has a meeting with Cliff Huxtable. That means a whole lot different now than it did back in 2000 when the cops leaving the room.
Yeah,
I have a meeting with Cliff Huxtable, and it's just like that's really funny today, kind of funny 20 years ago, but really really funny now. It's just and it just has aged really well, because now I mean the book being set in the 80s, and I just did the audiobook recently. Not for Dani, just I was curious about it, and it does play off all the chapters about the music, and then just all the catalog talking, and then the talk about the clothes and whatnot. Because when I was reading it as a kid, I didn't get it, and now I'm realizing that was the joke. It was the joke that he was so superficial that he's going to describe the blade in his kitchen the same exact detail as Phil Collins' album.
Yeah.
I still have no idea how this movie got the rights for all the music in it.
Oh, the soundtrack is
so good.
I love the soundtrack.
I mean, because Huey Lewis even then was, I mean, now, but he had to have asked for a lot of money, and the news had asked for some money for this. But I mean, the budget wasn't that big. It wasn't Batman Christian Bale. This is Little Women Christian Bale.
Little Women.
Wasn't yeah?
Yeah, I think he wasn't he the boy?
He wasn't that Little Woman. He was someone else.
I think he was 25 in this movie, which is crazy. Like so young.
Well, he played it well. I mean, and in that age, men I feel, are very much in tune with how they want their body to look. And, and that whole, he's always working out. And he was so concerned about his facial regimen and all this kind of stuff. And I just thought it was just hilarious.
I love
to watch all that.
During his little monologue while he's peeling his face off, and he's just like, there is no Patrick Bateman. There's just an idea of him, or like an illusion of him. Like it's all about his presentation more so than like any kind of introspection at all.
Go ahead.
So you say, only with him being Patrick Bateman, but yet other people saw him as somebody else. And so there was only just a small group that really saw him as Patrick Bateman, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. He was constantly, yeah.
because the women don't know whose name it is. His lawyer doesn't know who he is.
He gives
No one knows who Paul Allen is.
right Paul Allen. Yeah, that's the
yeah.
identity he steals.
And I never noticed till this last. I always thought Jared Leto's hair looked really silly, and then I was listening to the commentary, and it's because it's the exact same hairstyle that Bateman has intentionally.
Okay.
I'm like, no wonder it looks so silly on him. Is because they're copying that haircut.
Yeah, it does make more sense. I also have that thought every time I see him in this movie. It's like such a weird look.
Anyone who hasn't watched it, it is following an 80s a stockbroker, right? Money guy.
Financial,
through like 87 New York. It's pretty much first person on Christian Bale playing Patrick Bateman. And it's there's not a whole lot of plot to it. It's very vignette-y. It's just like a summer in his life kind of thing. And it goes from being he's very shallow and being a liar, and he's just all blowhard, and then they realize they tell you slowly that, oh, he's also killing people.
Yeah.
And through the film, you start kind of going, oh, he's a murderer. And then right after the murder scene, he goes into talking about Phil Collins. And then the viewer, you're kind of like, did he kill someone, or is this just?
I know.
Yeah. And I mean, if you read the book, the book ends on the question. It says this is the film. This isn't a spoiler. By now, you've had 37 years to watch this. And I don't know where I land, because it says that the book has it ending with the beginning. He goes back to the beginning, and he's going to have to deal with the aftermath. There's no aftermath. Is there Patrick Bateman? No, there's not. Is he even a stockbroker? Is he just entirely in the mirror? The film ends with the not an exit sign. The Danny pointed out that the cop scene. He shoots a car with a gun. The car blows up. He looks at the gun like,
Yeah.
That's not right. He's in the wrong building. That can't be real. So even he doubts he's in real life or not.
Yeah, that's the one moment that it feels like the most blatant, that like, oh, this might not be happening. Well, that and feed the cat. Feed me a cat.
Yeah. I always thought the chainsaw off of the. I love that scene. He drops the chainsaw down the stairs.
Yeah,
and he hits her. And last time I watched this, I'm going, oh, see, to my wife, oh, this is his imagination, because when you let go of a chainsaw, it turns the blade off. And my wife goes,
yeah,
it would still kill her. And I'm like, yeah, but not as bad.
Yeah.
But she's still just as, yeah. Again, the smart person's not sitting here right now, who should be.
That's exactly.
Yeah. But the sound effect was still going, so clearly it's a dream.
So do we know if he really existed? Because obviously he had a secretary and all this other stuff, and she finds his little book in this desk drawer of all of his drawings.
I think go ahead.
Good. I think it depends on which time you're watching it. I think it rotates kind of like a coin. If whatever scene you're watching, if you're paying more attention to Jean, the secretary, if you're watching her closely, that's going to pepper and the rest of how you're watching the movie. But if you don't pay attention to that scene and you're watching him fiddle on his desk, you're with him thinking that he's the true character. Every time I watch, I've never watched the same way twice. It's never, is he or isn't he? I'm always like, okay, this last time I think, okay, he killed the guy in the alley and the dog, which we were very careful to say they didn't show him kill the dogs, all sound effects.
Mm-hmm. It's still hard to listen to.
It is.
It was very hard.
The waveform peaks so much when the dog barks.
That's probably the most horrific scene, I think.
I agree. That was probably the worst scene when you hear the dog.
That's another one I was sure I saw. There's another one I was sure I saw him kick it and stomp it, like I saw the aftermath. But it's a wide God shot over the alley, and you just saw him, kicking bags of trash. But this last time I was watching it, like, okay, he's a guy in an alley, Jack the Ripper ring, wearing a nice jacket, and maybe that's the only thing he is real. Like that was real, and he's like the in the limo, which is a rental probably, and he picks up is it Christy or yeah,
her
Christy,
name,
right?
yeah, Christy, yeah.
So that's probably real, and his fantasy life is just being the banker. But I know I usually watch it as he's actually a banker, and his fantasy life is doing all the killing. Like he's really a sicko. But like this last time, I was kind of going, what if that was the real part? And then him having, because when he's doing the job, he's not working at all.
No,
he's like me here.
He's
just at a desk. He has a pencil. He's not doing anything. He's like the desk. There's no work on his desk. The computer's never turned on. It's just it's an executive. I'm assuming that's what they're supposed to do. Yeah. But it's so fun because it can be like Mad Libs. If this scene is real, what's this over here? One thing we noticed last time, there's the commentary the director pointed out, Mary Herron, that they had the silliest food. All the shots of food with the strawberry and the steak and all this kind of stuff. And it wasn't until I've never heard the commentary before. I always thought that was just rich people food. I thought that's how, but then this lesson they pointed out there's like a strawberry on a steak. No one does that, or whatever the garnish was. I thought that was just people that
Weirdly
had
sounds
money.
good though.
We should try the American Psycho diet. We should try that.
Yeah.
Minus the head in the fridge at the end. That's not vegan.
Oh yeah, no, that's not good.
Yeah,
you
the
just found-
food. The food was always interesting because, especially in the beginning of the movie, they would just go through all the different foods, and it was just like that is, like you said, Jesse. It's like maybe they do have food like that, but it was just so bizarre and out there, and you just didn't know if it was real or not. If those combinations really existed.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to go to a restaurant that has a sheet metal menu. That to me, that was like the coolest thing. Like that's
That was it. It was in Braille.
Yeah. It was I've always wanted to grab the Dorcia shirt, and just to see if like anyone would notice it. Like right now, of course, I'm wearing got the whole American Psycho.
Oh,
on
nice.
out of respect.
Oh, nice.
Not as good as your poster, Danny. But I want to get a Dorcia shirt to see if anyone recognizes it, because they'd have to be like, "You're a freak," or I have some videotapes to take back. Okay, now one question about the videotapes popping up. That's like the phrase. It's all over the book. Is this movie going to age well now? Is people in their 20s finding this for the first time? Is this going to play as well for them? Do you guys think? Because Danny and I remember the 80s.
Yeah.
And then Jesse was there too. But as far as like, I don't know if my kid watches this and it's just like a historical text to him, or if he gets half the references, But I wonder if younger kids would be like, no, what's that? That's like Gone with the Wind or something.
Right. Yeah. It is weird because I feel like this might be one of the most like referenced movies.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's so many iconic scenes that even if you've never seen this movie, you're familiar with, like the what's it called? The contact card.
Oh, the business card.
Business card. That's
Yeah.
the word. The business card scene is like iconic. The face peeling off,
The face peel, yeah.
and then the obviously the Paul getting killed scene, the hip to be square scene.
Yeah.
Like I feel like these are referenced so many times that like it almost feels like there's like a weird familiarity even if you haven't seen this movie. And I think that probably helps it age better with like new generations and things.
And yeah, it's true. It's not set when it was shot. It was shot like in '96 and was set in '86. So it's not like it was a time capsule from the '80s. It was a period piece even then.
Right.
And it's funny because today I sent Danny a work email, a completely professional work email, and I looked up facepalm, and the third choice was Patrick Bateman with a face, palming his face. I'm like, oh, that's on the work thing. Okay, that's Outlook thinks that's okay for in-house communications.
Yeah.
Well, I found it every time he had to go do something. What do you got to go do? He's always like, I got to return videotapes. I got to go return videotapes. So I think, regardless of what generation, I think they could probably figure it out. So to understand the relevance of it, I guess.
I guess it's as bad as
with the VHS.
Someone saying like like rewind. They know what that means, even though
right.
Rewound anything in forever.
Right. Something.
I'm just afraid of being old, so I'm just
be kind and rewind. I wonder if Patrick Bateman rewound his tapes before he returned them.
You mentioned Chainsaw a minute ago. I love that he's playing Chainsaw.
Yeah.
In the one scene, I'm like, he's got taste. He knows what's going on. This has become like a comfort movie. It's weird because again, it's not. Some of the language, and obviously it's murder on screen. I was going to put it on in the office and play it. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have this here, just even to watch ahead of time. But it's relatively clean, minus a couple scenes I probably wouldn't.
Well, okay, yeah. There's yeah.
But I mean, as far as
like the murder stuff, yeah, there really isn't anything. I think the only time you ever see anybody dying is when he shoots them, and it's only with the gun. There's knives, there's chainsaws involved, but you never actually see them in use.
Yeah,
which would lessen it. If they'd show the murders, it would have at some point looked fake, and then it would have looked staged. But having it show the knife, cut to the people leaving the apartment is so much more like, what did he do? It's so much worse to have him walking out bruised and angry and stuff. Well, and then the big murder set piece, the Jared Leto, the Paul Allen, Huey Lewis, the raincoat scene. I assigned you the Funny or Die
Oh, yeah.
video where Weird Al and Huey Lewis show that scene on the TV, and that's shot for shot. I mean, that's the same
Yeah.
score. That is like you can play those side by side, and it's the exact same cuts.
And
So
they
it's
actually
not-
do that for the second half of that, pretty much, because he turns
Oh,
the
it's
TV on and
all
you
the
can
way
hear
through.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is kind of played for laughs. I mean, the whole thing is a comedy, but it's not too violent to watch, you know.
Yeah.
But it is like a comfort thing. It is put it on and it's kind of there's a musical like an off Broadway play. I'm very curious about it, but I don't want to find that. I don't think I want to hear the videotape soliloquy or the duet with Dorsey. You know, you have reservations or not.
Yeah. I think yeah, it is, this is a really funny movie, and I think a big part of that is because of Patrick Bateman is like such a dork. Like, he's not cool. He's not someone you are rooting for at any point. You're laughing at him more than you're laughing, you know, or more than you're
With him, you're
exactly.
more at him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's he just though I don't know, he just brings so much to that performance of just like the way he moves and the like overly friendliness with like, but it's just like completely shallow. It's just so off-putting and weird. And I feel like I know people in real life that are like that, where it's like obviously not to that level. He's like cartoonish, but just like
We know where you work, so yeah.
yeah, but just someone who's just so like so concerned with their presentation and like, but they supply like no substance at all. It's just interesting and funny.
It could be like the whole time he's with the coworker, the friends, and the restaurants. He's very stoic and he's very Batman-y. But in that scene, he knows he's going to kill the guy, so he doesn't care if he lets his own weird walking, like he has to poop.
Yeah,
dance.
yeah.
Like, he doesn't care because the guy's gonna be dead here in a minute, you know.
Yeah.
In an alternate universe, this was almost made with this director, this team, and then with Bale. And then it got put on hold because DiCaprio wanted to do it, and he was like listed as early on from the writer.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna get, and this is DiCaprio right after Titanic, so instead of the Mary Herron directing it, it was gonna be Oliver Stone, Mr. Platoon. So in an alternate universe, you have the guy that made Scarface and Platoon. Am I saying that right? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to. I'm going to confuse myself. But the guy that made Platoon, the star of Titanic, in this movie. And I'm like, they would have had to play that serious. They would have had to have played that as alpha male, strong guy, and it wouldn't be funny.
It's the worst movie for sure.
I don't know if that would have worked with. I mean, Leonardo is fabulous, but I don't know. Sometimes, like once you've seen it with a kid, with an actor like
Bale.
Thank you. I just don't know if I could ever see it with anybody else.
Yeah.
You know, his quirky face movements, you know, and his little, I mean, everything just fit perfectly together to create that character.
Now, your interesting point of view, because you saw this for the first time knowing Christian Bale from 100 other things.
Yes.
And then a bunch of us saw it. I didn't know who he was. So when I didn't see Little Women. I hadn't seen Empire of the Sun or whatever the Spielberg one was. So he was just this guy. That's probably why I didn't like it the first time, because I didn't know if he was in on the joke or not. He was just acting very, you know, like a brick. Now I realize that it's a choice, and he's playing it. It is very funny. But I mean, like, but if you could appreciate it as Bale doing a performance. Right off the bat. It helps the abs. Okay, we admit it.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it's all special effects. It's fake. Now they are talking about doing a remake now, and there's the three of us has no say and no skin in the game. I don't know if you can do it now.
I say no,
because I mean it's not like I'm it's not the greatest. It's not my favorite movie of all time, but you can't set it in the 80s and you can't recreate it this way. Are you going to have it shot in 225 and have it set in like 2010?
Yeah,
it's not the same thing. It's I don't see the point of doing it.
It's one of those instances where I feel like the further away from the original that the remake gets, the better odds it has to being a good thing. But it's going to be completely different. Or if they try to recreate it, it's just not going to work. I can't imagine like even like the tone and everything like it's just this movie is so I don't know. It just feels like I don't think it could work again. And not as it is. I think there's a version of it that could work.
But I mean, you think about it, how would they be changing things? I mean, obviously VHSs would be what? It's just computer video. Business cards, you still could probably do the business cards, but business cards have even
like
aren't as the importance of them then
sure
was major. To
like
today's time, I don't.
NFTs or something. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. And it's like just imagining them creating that scene. Like imagine trying to recreate the business card scene, like and not have it feel obnoxious or like, it's just like how do you do it? It's just such an iconic thing. It feels. I would not want to be the guy in charge of having to direct that. I would be.
I just think it's hilarious that they took such a benign thing as a business card and made it such a point in the movie that they bring it back at another time again. The business cards and stuff like that.
It's like a trigger.
And to me, it seems like for whatever reason, you guys would explain it better to me, but it felt to me that is when Patrick Bateman had his most internal dialogue, passion, anger. It was with those stupid business cards.
Yeah.
And he would just everything about it because he felt everybody's business card was better than his. Everybody had a leg up on him.
Yeah, he's deeply insecure. About a lot of things, and
his incel blood popped up, and he was like, "They're better than me. I put all this work into this. I'm the best. I should be the best. Why can't I be the best?"
Also, I love the sound design where they have it sounds like a sword being unsheathed every time they reveal it. It's so cool.
And I've tried that. It doesn't do that.
Yeah, they all had their little business card holders, little fancy things, and they'd like, look at this. Look at this.
We have them here at work, and I was trying to get them. All the sales staff here has one. Oh, I should have business cards too. I just want one. I want it blank white. I was telling this to the guy, and he's like, "No, it comes with the logo, and then I got it bone white with just an off white, just a little bit, And by the way, it wouldn't if it was set now. It wouldn't be him going off to take video tapes back. It'd be him going off to record a podcast. That's what you have to go do.
That's right.
Yeah, in his electric car.
Yeah, in his electric car.
I feel like I would actually.
But I think the hookers would still be the same.
Well, they'd be what's the word for that, Jesse?
OnlyFans? I don't know.
That beats my joke. God, now I'm interested if it was a modern, not for like this is how it would work. It'd be like, who are you going to cast in The Office, the remake they have right now, but how would that work? Whether it would work or not, it'd be entirely how you'd want it to work. But it'd be like, how would you set that and not have it be? I mean, how does any serial killer story work now with cameras everywhere that doesn't have it be about cameras? Right. Anytime that the killer, we pinged your phone. CSI has ruined most of those kind of stories that aren't set 30 years ago.
It just goes to show you shouldn't remake it in now times because, you would have cameras everywhere. And you would just probably see Patrick Bateman walking around like a loser. In his head, he's off killing everybody, and he's just walking around.
He's just sitting in the Uber, just crying in the backseat, my card's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always been I think that's my interpretation for like the most part is that it is all just completely in his head, except for or it's all in his head, and then at the end when she finds the notebook, that kind of solidifies it for me. It's like, oh, this is just all of his fantasies. But
it's funny when he was looking at the apartment, and then the land. See, the one that always makes me say it's real is when the realtor looking at the apartment is when he's been. It's the Paul Allen apartment that they've been living in, and then he goes in there to clean it up. And she's renting it out, and then she's saying, "You should leave now, and you shouldn't come back." And I've read comments where they're saying, "Well, that proves it's not real." But I'm like, I think she's telling him, "I know you killed someone here, but if they show bodies in the house, I won't get my sale on this, or I won't get my commission off this. So you need to leave now. I know you killed 7 people in there, and have a drawer full of weird stuff, but go away now. And I always take that as being that it actually happened.
Oh, I took it as he did live there for real. And she was just like, you can't be here. You know, I'm trying to show this place to sell it for you.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing. It's like there's so many different angles you can look at it through, and it's and none of them are fully satisfying. But
And that's why
kind
you can
of
watch
okay.
this thing 12 times. I mean, my wife who's allergic to watching things twice. We watched this again the other night, and she was kind of like, we watched it just a few months ago, and we're both kind of going, now this you can watch not back to back. That'd be insane. But I mean, it was like, okay, in this time, okay, in this version of it. There's so many. It is like a Rubik's cube. Once you start playing with it, you can never get back to where it would actually make sense.
Yeah.
And what a cast! I always forget how good this cast is because everyone thinks of Christian Bale, but like everyone, Justin Theroux, Leto, Samantha Mathis. I mean, I always forget that Clovis Benny's in it because it's such a small part. Then I always forget that the Green Goblin's in this thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he doesn't. What's the thing with him? And almost every movie he dies or something.
Oh yeah.
William Dafoe, doesn't he usually end up dying in almost every one of his
Pretty
movies
much,
he's
yeah,
in?
yeah.
He didn't die on this one.
That's true. He survived.
We don't know, though. We don't know if he was real, though.
Actually, we don't even know if he actually existed. Yeah.
I want to see Willem Dafoe play it if they, could go back in time to the 70s and make this thing. Have a young Willem Dafoe play. Oh, no, because then it'd just be, he would be the killer. It wouldn't be a question.
Yeah,
he looks like the killer no matter what.
Yeah, who's the charisma today to even play a Patrick?
But it's weird. It's got to be a black hole charisma where you're because if you're actually if you're like up and fun to watch and like a Timothée Chalamet. Is that
oh
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Like he's the hot guy, but like, would he be able to pull it off? Because I don't think there's nothing behind. I mean, in this one, it works because there is something behind Christian Bale's eyes, but he's playing it that the eyes are just dead.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a choice. Whereas some actors that are just like, oh look, I'm in a Calvin Klein. I'm making it. That'd be good. Have him, the Calvin Klein guy. What's the guy from The Bear?
I
can see that.
I don't know his name.
The Bear guy, the guy from Shameless. I'm older.
It's great lips.
Lips, yes.
Lip,
Thank you.
Yeah.
I could see him doing that.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually.
he could. Yeah, he's
very.
He could do that with his eyes. Yeah.
That's
and I've seen him do the Dead Eye thing. I haven't watched The Bear, but I've seen the Dead Eye on Shameless where he's like getting yelled at, and he's like,
yeah,
"This is the greatest."
He's
podcast
gone. You know, he's not even there anymore listening to the. And that's where I think Bateman did such a good job. You know, Patrick Bateman. You know, there was nothing behind those eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And Christian Bale I don't know. Isn't he a method actor? I mean, was he like this on the whole? Do you think he was like this all the time?
I hope not. I know in the interviews he said he built based on like certain animals, but also he saw Tom Cruise on Letterman, and he was like pushing Magnolia or something.
Oh.
And it's just that he was watching him. It was this jump in the chair in love with Dawson's Creek girl. I'm so bad at the names today. But Bale's watching and goes, there's nothing going on. He's performing. He's pretending to be a celebrity. He's pretending to be a human being. And he's just dead-eyed. And so he's playing it. And then, especially when you see him pull the mask off, you're like, there's nothing behind. Like the mask comes off and then the mask beneath, there's also nothing there either.
Yeah.
But then it's funny because he followed up this. He has Batman, a rich guy in a suit, but he also had in there the bad guy in Shaft, which I always thought that would be fun if he played that, because he is kind of playing it as Patrick Bateman, the Samuel Jackson Shaft.
I haven't seen that.
John Singleton. It's got some neat beats, but he gets arrested in it in his full tux. He's a rich like a daddy's kid. He gets in jail. And he punches one guy and they just smear him. And like that's the ending that Patrick Bateman should have had. He gets arrested for whatever violation, tough guy in jail, and then the guy next to him just flat and wipes the floor with him because he's a chicken.
He's a dweeb.
I believe the dork is a phrase we use.
Oh, dork. Sorry.
Dork.
But it's so rewatchable, this thing. It's like, because you can't. Oh, this because there's never a scene of like you walk in the room. It's not. Oh, this is the scene where Patrick Bateman kills someone. You walk and go. This is the scene where is he killing somebody? Is this the one? Is this his apartment? This kind of thing. And you watch till the end. I flipped this on TV the old times, and it's the cliche. You're flipping channels. You come to this thing. You sit down. You start watching it. Then it's been an hour and a half. You're like, I didn't mean to watch this. I was gonna go to church. and it's just like, but it is, you keep watching it it's kind of like, it's weird. And it's funny because it doesn't have that good of a history. People did not like it way back in the day. They didn't get it because, I mean, that's why you couldn't make it today, because now movies have to have you'd either have to be like completely ambiguous A24 and not explain it, or you would have to explain every little bit of it and have the scene at the end where the cop traces back who he killed, what he did.
Yeah.
Have the Shyamalan twist at the end. He wasn't there the whole time. He's been dead the whole time.
The black and white flashlights flashbacks to show what actually happened.
Yeah.
The one story I heard on the commentary that I was like, that can't be real, is that Christian Bale can sweat on cue.
Oh, come on.
Apparently the scenes where he's they're doing the business card one.
Cards. Yeah.
And then he starts sweating, and then the rest of the cast, Thoreau and then Matt Ross, are all kind of going, is he sweating again? Like he would just on cue, maybe he's just doing a body stress thing. Yeah. And he would just start to sweat each time. I'm like, that's gotta be.
I can't even imagine. Like, what do you flex? Like,
I don't know. I mean, for me, it's just standing up. But I mean, for him, it's just.
I know. I was like I'd like to learn the reverse of that.
Yeah.
To not sweat.
Get my card back, and I smell better now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Now, but have you guys ever heard of American Psycho 2?
With Mila Kunis.
Yeah, Jackie from the 70s show.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever seen that one, Dan?
No.
And he's like, no, why would I ever watch that?
Yeah.
I love that they didn't even know when they were making the movie, it was All American Girl, and then Lionsgate got the rights to it, and they put on the title American Psycho, and everyone's like, why?
Yeah.
Because it was meant to be.
I think the only thing that they changed, I could be wrong about this, has been a while since I looked into this, but I'm pretty sure the only thing they changed was they just added Mila Kunis's voiceover to scenes.
Yeah, and then there's a little bit at the beginning that she was supposed to be like a victim survivor, and then she goes off and she kills everybody. But even she's like, I didn't know they were. It might not even made her voice. It might have been like a voice actor that sounds like her. Yeah, because she was like, I'm promoting this thing that I didn't. Oh, I was in that. Like, remember the Fangoria article, and I'm like, that's kind of hilarious, you know. Because it's a terrible movie. It's like William Shatner's the main victim, you know.
Oh my lord!
Oh my gosh!
She has to come by and like. She wants to kill him because he's being rude, and he's like the bad uncle. I mean, I saw it once forever ago, and that's how much my memory it is. So, Danny, next week we'll be doing American Psycho 2.
No, I don't know. Maybe.
I'm not watching again. So, you heard all my thoughts on that were just puked up on the screen right there.
Yeah.
It is, though. It is true. I can't put on a suit. Like for any wedding, I mean, I'll put on a suit for something when I have to, like, you know, jury duty or I'll be on trial. And I'm James Bond or I'm Bruce Wayne kind of thing. But I put on a tux for a wedding. I don't care whose wedding it is, how much I'm happy to be there, and all the emotions. I'm Patrick Bateman. I'm walking by and I'm just like, on my trench coat on. I'm gonna walk to the ATM and I'm gonna kill this thing crossing the street. It's get
Oh my gosh!
But I'm not saying I'm gonna kill him. But it's like you get
in
the
your mind.
little. It's in your head. Yeah.
I do every time I watch this movie, I end up for like a short while afterwards, I'll start inner monologuing in my head. Just I'm making a sandwich.
Dude, get the audiobook. Audiobook was great. Pablo Schreiber, Leaves' brother, does it. He has it. He just has it cadence. The book is like 10 hours long, but he reads it so slow it's like 14 hours long. And he has that. You're doing the dishes. I'm now washing the knives. These are butter knives. They came with the house. They were fine house. I bought the house in 29. Like that. And it's true. You're doing what you're doing. I'm walking the dog now. The dog's pooping. I don't like this dog. I would kick this dog, but my wife would find out, and then she would kick me. But the dog's poop is there.
Why is the dog looking at me while it's pooping?
Why is he looking? Yeah. Does a dog see me? There's no Jason Lee's. There's only the dog. The dog. Should probably. But if
there was no Jason Lee's who's picking up the dog poop.
It's only Jason Lee's picks up the dog poop. It's like a full time. I'm not gonna do that. Nice try. Okay, mental note: Kat can't watch this episode. No, but you will monologue it. I mean, I remember being like getting a cab and thinking, oh yeah, this is like my like in the back seat, because obviously it's a chauffeur. I'm like, no, it's a Lyft, but you know. It's weird how this does permeate. It does get into your head, not like in a negative, but it's like, it's that weird flavor. Nothing else has the flavor of American Psycho. You know, you're not going to go watch. Chainsaw doesn't do it. You know, Seven doesn't kind of do it. But it's probably the monologue. It is that cadence his voice has. You know.
Yeah.
Well, and I think a lot of us, like you said, Jesse, after you watch it, you said you started monologuing your thing. I think a lot of us have a monologue going on in our head at some point about something.
Yeah.
It's just in Psycho is just taken maybe just a little to the extreme. But I mean, I think everybody that's another part that's relatable is that everybody I think has that going on in their head.
Mm-hmm.
And it maybe if anything, it could make you think, gosh, I hope I don't take it so far that I go psycho with it or anything. But people, I think they do, and that's another thing that I think that they find that they can relate to this movie about.
Yeah.
Well, it's things like getting mad about the business card. I mean, I get pissy mad about anything. The microwave in the break room. Someone leaves it at 1 second instead of just clearing it out, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go with the gloves on. But it's that weird thing that just makes you mad. It's kind of the same thing. And the writer's making fun of that.
Yeah.
The people get mad about.
Yeah.
I didn't catch this last time that when I think it's the first tryst with OnlyFans players, and then he's in Paul Allen's apartment, and then she mentions he's making small talk, trying to like fool the lady of the night into thinking that they're a couple, and she goes, "Yeah, this is a much better apartment than the other one," not knowing that this is Paul Allen's apartment and the other one's bad. In case that looked like.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hurt you extra for that one. So that little. It's just it
was a dig.
Fragile,
yeah, his fragile ego just couldn't take it. But
it's weird how it is telling of the future how today's fragile ego is about. You can't make fun of someone's car. You can't all the little digs. People call you a snowflake and whatnot. Not being political. I mean, if you melt when it's hot out.
Right.
But like all the fragile egos they're surrounded by.
Yeah,
it's kind of like he forecasted. Back then.
Well. Patrick Bateman was busy canceling out people.
Yeah.
He started the whole cancel culture.
He's the father of cancel culture.
He's the father of it.
Yeah, I also like that how different he is in every single scene. Where it's like I feel like when I'm watching it, I'm trying to figure out like at what moment is he most real, like most sincere. I think that it's
I don't know if ever.
Yeah.
Right. I think the closest we get to seeing actual him is the scene with where he invites the secretary over to his house. And he's gonna kill her, but then he has like a moment of like showing mercy, and he sits down and he explains it. We're like, I think you should leave because if you don't, I will probably hurt you. And in her eyes, he's saying like, oh, we'll end up doing something inappropriate.
Yeah.
And I'll break your heart. Yeah. But actually, I think that is like the most honest that he's ever in that movie. And that's probably my favorite scene.
Would you say like that was probably the most where his internal conflict was at its highest?
Or it's where he's like in my opinion, it's where he's like most self-aware and just like most like, yeah, just like, oh, what am I like? Let me take a step back. Let me actually analyze the situation instead of just acting on whatever insecurities I have. And he shows kindness. As kind as he's able to show.
Yeah.
Kindness being not killing somebody.
I'm sure he had to read the definition of kindness to know what it would be.
Yeah, but
he had to ask her what does kindness mean.
I think that whole scene's really fascinating just because it's like it's not he isn't like he is in any other scene. I mean, some scenes, he's more manic than others, but in this particular one, there's just a moment where he just kind of I don't know.
Self-realization that what he's doing isn't right.
Right. Or that like that it's for whatever reason in his mind, this secretary is different to him than all the other people that he victimizes.
Yeah.
Well, it's true because he doesn't want anything from her up until then. She's only been nothing but nice. She doesn't have a business card, so he's not competing with her. It's not like he wants sex from them or that kind of thing. That's all the times when he's trying to be nice to her, but inviting her over. Huh. I know I've watched that scene with the nail gun to the back of it, and I know when I see a nail gun in the store, I think of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They had one for sale at like what's the one down by Horizon? It's like a thrift store for
Habitat.
Thank you, boss. And they had it there for like $20. I go, is this worth to have on my desk just to have a nail gun? Because only I would get the fact that it's like that. But I remember I watched that scene.
And next star would just think you were going to be up on the roof fixing something.
It's part time. I'm gonna work with George once in a while. Then they all go, why isn't it plugged in? I can't afford the hose. But anyway, I know I watched that scene with the nail gun to her head, and he doesn't do it. And instead of being a good person like Mr. Spitzer here, I'm like, oh, he has hope. Being positive. I remember thinking, what if this is the one true scene, and he's everything else is a fantasy life, and he's killing willy nilly. Whoever, I never met Willie or Nilly. He's killing everybody else, and here he's gonna like, oh, okay, he's actually gonna kill her, and then he chickens out. So instead of being like he has love in his heart or a decent shred of humanity, he was actually about to kill us for the first time, and then he chickens. So I read it as he's chickening out instead of being a good person.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying this, but I'm not saying this.
No,
right.
yeah, for sure.
I'm literally, it's one more the Rubik's cube of going, well, what if it's this way?
Yeah.
I like seeing if you go by as a moment of kindness there with Jesse saying it, then how does that track forward that like he never gets caught, but does he actually stop later on? Or does he eventually does he keep killing us? Is it because there's no I've never watched it with that lens before.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it again tomorrow.
It's still on Prime.
Or my disc or the Blu-ray.
Or your DVD.
Yeah.
No, I just I love the superficialness of how everybody would be acting in that movie and the things that would get them so upset. I mean, because they were all going crazy over the business cards. So it was like everybody's identity was kind of the same, except, Patrick's was a little bit beyond that. But I mean, as far as everything else, those guys, they were all identical in the sense of how they treated everybody and how they viewed the world and what they felt that was important to make them successful in life.
Yeah, I think there's an interesting read there too at the end monologue where he's like, it's like, oh, I can, murder people and consequences don't come to me and things like that. It does feel it's like, I think there's a read on that it is like, oh, because he's kind of in the room with a bunch of other people that are just like him. And it's like, if you go with the interpretation that everything's in his head and that he doesn't actually have the stomach to do any of these things, and he's actually just this pathetic dude. In that moment at the end, it's like, oh, he's in a room with all these pathetic dudes that are, they also might have similar fantasies and things. And I think the fact that their business cards are so similar, but like treated as though it's like, oh my God, like this is the Nimbus 3000 or whatever. It's like, it kind of sells that point of like everyone's competing to be the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Because where they want to eat, and they talk about their clothing, and the designers and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I can easily buy into that.
Yeah, I mean it's the book, it has him being almost more annoyed that no one can tell them apart. And the movie, it's like a plot trick because then the apartment swap, the lawyer not knowing who he is.
Him
they're
having
interchangeable.
An alibi.
The alibi is almost like the story kind of takes over, whereas the book, he's just annoyed by it. Like, no one knows me. Obviously, I have a much better haircut, even though it's the same barber for both of us, but mine's a much better haircut. They both pay $200 kind of thing. Yeah. But it's like it is this. The competition to be the same guy, to be that guy. It's not just chasing who has the best toys, who has the most anything. It does come off as like whatever the Ubermen.
Yeah, who is fitting the image the best?
Yeah,
instead of who is the best.
We need to get business cards. We absolutely. Yeah.
Shing.
We'll all show up downstairs in the lunchroom. You start flipping out
just put them down
cards on the table.
I'll start sweating because it's 1 degree hotter than I can handle it and say it's my acting skill.
Jason's in a suit.
Random fun fact I know about the movies too is every business card, the word acquisition is spelled wrong.
Yeah. They sell those on like Mercari, and I noticed that, and then I go, oh, well, that's actually correct. It's they don't have the C in it.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's so funny because I remember misspelling acquisition on like a 5th grade spelling test or acquire. It was acquire.
Oh sure.
And I'm like, oh, I'm a serial killer. cool too.
Oh my gosh. I never even caught that. I was always looking at the fonts.
I'm looking at the font and I'm looking at it going, and I remember like the DVD's a little bit blurry, and I've watched it like on when it's streaming.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, okay, it's not a bad card, but I can't tell the difference. There's got to be a difference. No, it's the exact same batch. It's literally just the words are changed, but there should be. But in my brain,
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm like going, well, obviously, yeah. 'Cause I see what Patrick Bateman sees. Lodo's is better.
Yeah.
He's right. But I'm
I
like,
think
no,
the who's what's his name, the guy that wants to have an affair with Patrick. He ends up
Matt,
Oh.
the actor's Ross. I forgot the character's name.
yeah. I think he had the best card. I like that card.
Oh, when he pops in with like the Trump, not the Trump card, but the best card ever, and the
Yeah.
whole room kind of goes, oh.
that scene is also really good. Him washing his hands while still
Wait.
wearing gloves.
The gloves, yeah.
So good.
Well, and then
I gotta go return some videotapes.
I got to record a podcast. When he goes in there, and we're watching it again just the other night, and then that scene pops up, and then watching it back to back, like I'm not worried that he's going to get killed. And he comes up behind, and remember, Bateman is super clean. He's in the bed. He's all worried about, everything. And then Matt Ross turns around and then holds him and then takes his hand on his lip.
Mhm.
And then I think I said it, and I go, he was just peeing.
Oh no!
I know.
And then it's like, yeah, that's not. He should kill him just for that, not for
I
anything else.
know.
I like
That
to
was very
imagine
unsanitary.
It's not his homophobia that scared him out of the bathroom. It was just the
It was
the
the pee
germophobia.
germs on
Yeah,
his
the
lip.
germophobia.
I was always really curious about that he didn't. When Ellis wrote the book, he's never closeted. He just didn't come out. Who cares? He didn't share his sexuality with anybody.
Mhm.
But I mean, anyone that knew him, he wasn't like in the closet. And that whole bit with that character, I'm always surprised that he didn't. It's like it's well done. He didn't make that an issue out of it. It's like, just subtle. The gay guy doesn't get killed in this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's another moment. I think we really see another true emotion from Patrick, because he's so clearly insecure about his own sexuality that like the horror on his face when confronted with it is really
Yeah,
fascinating.
I mean, you
as well.
really felt it. You really felt like he was just like taken aback, like
Mhm.
like the
What
first time,
about-
like he's experiencing this feeling.
Yeah,
He's like, what do you think? You think I could be? And it
Yeah.
wasn't like the cliche. Well, I couldn't be like that. He's like, well, what do you see about me that does that? Does everyone think I'm
exactly.
Do I want to? Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
like I have to
and it's-
reassess my entire image
My
now.
ent-
Yeah,
That if this is a scenario that I could have gotten into,
I have to change my business cards.
Oh god, my pronouns in the card have to change.
Oh,
The last scene with Reese Witherspoon and the breakup scene, that has changed 100% from when first time I saw it. And I thought, okay, hey, you're lucky. Don't complain. You're lucky to be alive. You're getting away. But this last time I'm watching, I'm like going, you're so much better off. But it's his breakup, and it's the relationship is that doesn't. If you take away the serial killer stuff and the bodies and the murder, and then even the jobs, just having be any couple who are just getting married because people expect them to get married because they're supposed to get married.
Mhm.
It's the same fight. Lift that out and put it on. This Is Us. My references are 20 years old, even for my TV shows. But it's her saying how, no, we're not going to break up, and then he's just like, no, we're breaking up. This isn't working. Eat your food,
Mm.
Yeah,
And I never noticed until this time the potbelly pig at the Christmas party.
but seriously,
I never noticed that.
yeah.
I don't know what I'm watching in the background, and I'm like, why is there a that's a lot of work to have a pig on a set for a day.
I know. I remember when those things really became.
Because maybe
We
that's
had
what
a
it was.
neighbor who had a pet pig, and it was always chained up. And just,
Mhm.
I'm like, what is the point?
So
But
sad. Okay,
that
so
was,
we
that was the
almost-
80s. That was the
80s,
thing
yeah.
in the
The-
80s.
And the pigs had their hair all teased up straight up top. and
Yeah,
stuff.
little mohawk.
They're wearing like, if you did this again in the 80s, you'd have to not be on Wall Street, but have it be like at a Blockbuster or be it like at a like Psycho Gorman. Set it in those kind of settings.
Oh sure.
Okay, we got to wrap up here in a second
Okay.
because Danny's hourly and I can't have overtime.
Yep.
So we
We're
all
at
agree
54
that
minutes.
American Psycho is a time capsule of greatness, and we all think that Patrick Bateman was correct, right? He was right. He was right. Everyone
For
agree?
sure. See, everyone
Yeah.
should support him, and
Danny gave just enough of a no. I can keep my job by saying that. Yeah,
I still can't get past the fact he's got vampire teeth, though.
he d-
Oh, you know what always bothered me in the scene where he drops the chainsaw and he's like laughing afterwards. He has blood on one of his teeth. And
Yeah.
since I was a child, I always see it as a missing tooth. It looks like he's
funny.
missing a tooth. But
I never noticed that. I always thought it was funny too after he took the axe and then he goes and takes and gets a cigar and he's like rolling it in his mouth, and it was just like there's the satisfaction of that,
he's in his element.
he's in his element, but his whole face was just blood.
That was a mistake. That the blood on half his face was just by when the blast went off. It hit half in the face. I'm like, that's just one of those magic moments in this movie. Now it'd be digital and stuff. And then he sat down and like had a cigar over the body, like as if it was right behind someone on the wall. That exact moment. It haunts me to this day. So if people are watching this, if they're watching this on the socials or on the email that Jesse's going to say in a minute, because I can't say that many words at a time, let us know what you think is real or not in this.
Oh, yeah.
Did it actually do it? Is it entirely in his head? Is it all a fever dream of the potbelly pig?
Yeah. Also,
This is all from his potbelly pigs.
any discussion or ideas on at what moment Patrick Bateman is most sincerely himself? Because that's kind of discussion I love so much. Is like is because this. I mean, at the end of the day, this movie it's a character study essentially, right? And it's interesting that this movie is so based around a character that we don't know. We learn almost nothing about, like because we never know when he's being sincere, when he's not. When the world around him is being viewed through a lens of truth or through his, insanity. Yeah. And it's that premise is really fascinating to me, and I love reading conversations about it and having conversations about it, like this one.
Usually, the unreliable narrator frustrates me, but this one is infinitely discussable. Discussable? Talkable.
Talkable.
Yeah.
It's got good talking points.
Yeah.
So I want to say, guys, I appreciate you guys having me on too. This was a lot of fun.
That's great.
I love hearing the other side, other views and stuff like that, because everybody will look at something different and take something different away from it, and then you put it all together. It's still all, when you mix it all together, it still all works. But yeah, you're able to see it from different points of view.
Yeah, and that's a rare thing. In it, this is I can't watch this again, and then the points we made today, and like go back and say, okay, this perspective is, does this actually happen? This kind of thing. Was he being a nice guy for a moment there? Yeah, I can't wait to watch it again.
Yeah, it's almost like this movie requires a discussion in between every viewing.
This is the good old days. Yeah. You watch the movie, and then you sit outside of Perkins and have a cigarette and have some bad coffee till like 3 a.m. Yeah.
Yep.
I miss those days.
We'll go back and watch it, and that pig's like in almost every scene, and we probably never know.
Oh my Lord.
It's the Easter pig.
Well, he did have the head of the lady in the fridge at that one point when he had his secretary over. But anyway, thank you guys so much.
Well, thank you very much for allowing us the time and for watching it and putting up with us.
Yeah.
And Jesse, thank you for putting forth. Man, you are the master of hitting mute when you sneeze or cough.
I know.
I heard half of one the last hour, and you're just
okay. That's good. I was afraid I was missing them. So
no, it was dedication to the silence. I like that.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, if you haven't picked up on it, I currently have a cold, so that's why my voice is a little.
It's all the '80s coke he's been doing. So the research. He says it's.
Oh, that's the other thing I was going to bring up. They were talking about this. They go, this place doesn't have a good bathroom to do coke in. And I'm like, I was in college and I was at a bar and they had a bathroom for the guys. And that's all it was a Coke bathroom. And guys would go in and out, in and out. And I was in the 80s.
We lasted 58 minutes until Dani got herself fired. We'll have to just.
I know.
If anyone lasts that long, they deserve to fire us all for that one. If they can last.
Yeah, there's two great drug lines in this movie. That one, this doesn't have a good. This bathroom's not good to do coke in, and then when the other guy is just like, "Hey, you guys, shut up! I'm trying to do drugs over here."
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
I love the shot too. It's like the sky shot, looking over all the stalls, and it's just so gross. And like, it's just the set dresser had to go through and like just make it disgusting, and then no, we're not going to see half of that. But it's just New York '80s poop. It's the best.
New York '80s.
Well, thank you,
Good
Danny. Thank you,
time.
Jesse.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So the wrap up, boss man.
Yes, sir. If you want to contact us, you can find our socials at TDMMVI pod at pretty much everywhere. You can see it on the bottom left side of the screen. I couldn't remember. You can also email us at tdmmvipod@gmail.com. Any suggestions of things we should cover, any opinions about things we've covered before, anything
Good
at
place
all.
to do coke.
Sure, yeah. But until next time, which I think we're going to keep it a mystery as to what the next episode
we are,
because we don't know what it is. I'm Jesse Spitzer.
That's Danny Feenstra, and I'm J.R. Lees.
And this has been The Devil Made Me View It. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.